Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another CSGO video. Today I'm going to show you a couple of basic smokes for cache that you should know, but I'd say let's not waste any time and get right into it. So first smoke would be one of the three main CT smokes that you have to learn. You just have to go to connector, and this one has to be thrown while running. You just aim at the white plate at the bottom right there, and what it'll basically do is block off anyone who would have been coming out of big garage, as you can see right here. So very handy smoke when you're holding mid. Now our next smoke is for A side actually, to block off A main. You want to pinch yourself into the corner of the truck and you want to aim right in between the two words, as you can see up here. Then just throw while standing, and once again it lands right perfectly in between the door frame and blocks off everyone who was trying to peek through it. I mean, there is a little tiny gap right here, but you cannot really see through it. Just look here, there's nothing to be seen right here. Not the droids you're looking for. Now for our next smoke we are going to go to the B side. And what you do, basically, you want to go up to heaven right here and stand on this little cross, and then you just aim in between the two plates and do a tiny little step in order to throw it. And as you can see, once again, it blocks off B main perfectly. Our next smoke is the classic connector smoke. You want to be in between those two stripes and you want to aim at the top of the roof right here. And then what you want to do is basically you run, jump and throw right when you're hitting the two stripes. And this will perfectly smoke off connector. Of course, it's a little hard to do and it will take a little of time in order to practice it and to get better with it. But as soon as you got it, it's a very handy and also reliable smoke that you can fall back on every time you try to smoke connector. Now we want to do the wall of smokes in mid right here. You want to be to the left side of this door frame, and this requires also two people. Throw one smoke to the left of this side, and then for the other side of the door frame, you just want to throw the smoke on the right side. And these will basically cross each other and block off complete mid. So as you can see, if you were fast enough, this should basically block off everyone who would have been able to see you in mid. And once again, it might look like there's a tiny little gap, but as you can see, it's basically rock solid. As much as a smoke can be, basically. Okay, next up we have a bonus smoke, because you will need a jump throw bind, so you'll only able to use this in matchmaking. Just aim at this bolt right here at the top of the upper line, as you could say. And as you can see, in a couple of seconds, it'll perfectly smoke off WHITEBOX. So if we just pretend we would be a CT holding from there, I'll jump on to coils and you can see that the guy right here will only be able to see right here, top of roof, and he won't be able to peek you if you're going into vents or stuff like that. So this is a quite handy smoke every now and then as well. Okay, our next smoke right here from Sunroom. First shoot out the glass and then aim at the middle bolt if you jumped up onto the ledge and throw. What this will do, it'll basically block off all of CT. And it's a very, once again, reliable smoke to fall back on, because it's very stationary, it's not moving, and it's very easy to, well, replicate. Now let's talk about smoking upper or heaven. What you basically want to do is crouch down right here in this corner, and you want to throw to the left side of this, well, metal plank thing right there. And then you just kind of move and throw right at the middle next to it. And as we once again can see, it blocks off heaven perfectly. Now, if we check from the other side, you can see that you cannot see anything. And in case you're wondering about a faster way to smoke CT, I also got you covered as well. So this smoke right here can be thrown while running, and you basically just aim to the left in the middle of this wooden plank, and then just should be smoking off CT perfectly. And the way you're doing this, basically, you're checking for the lamp, and you're kind of lining the wall up with your lamp, and as soon as the lamp is kind of showing, you're throwing your smoke. It's a little hard to do, but you should get the hang of it. Now let's move on to the A side. The most important smoke that you want to know is basically the one that bounces off of this box. Just aim at the middle and kind of run and throw before you're hitting the line on the bottom. And it'll perfectly smoke off anyone who would be holding from car. And also makes it hard for the guys from highway to actually see anything in order to support the other CTs on the side. Now another good smoke as well, if we go to the back side right here, as we can see, you just want to walk up to this cable or liane or whatever it is, and then just aim right here at the lower bracket of the top part, if you get what I mean. I'll zoom in, and then just do a jump throw bind. Once again, this is kind of unreliable if you do it by yourself, so I would recommend it. So you once again can only use this one in matchmaking. However, once again, perfectly smokes off anyone from highway and cuts off the CTs from there. Next up, back to back of A again. Want to go to this white line, the smaller one, and want to walk all the way up to the wall. Then we're just aiming up to the right of this antenna, and there's a tiny little cloud right there. I'll move in and zoom in so you can see it, and then just aim at it and throw. Once again, we will be able to see, especially if you're having trouble with AWPers right here from quad and NBK, that it's completely smoked off, so you should be able to move in fairly easily without getting shot at. Now for our last smoke, same side again, but this time around we want to use the thick white stripe. once again, just aim straight up from right here and then use 1/3 of basically the sky that you're able to see in order to smoke off cat or heaven. So just throw it once again and we'll just kind of warp through and it will perfectly land off on top of the railing or heaven or upper or whatever you might call it on a side. And then we can check it out from the other side. And as you can see, you cannot see anything at all. So these were the basic smokes that I would recommend to you guys to learn in order if you want to get better on cache. Of course, there are a couple of more ones, but these are the basic ones that you really should know. But I think it's pretty much all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and LuckySkillFaker out.